But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha Kradash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in righteousness and in sincerity. And third of all, I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect that's out on the highways and byways teaching and preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. The title of this lesson is going to be, A Man Shall Have No Pity Upon His Neighbor. And, as you saw in the beginning of this video, in that clip, that, that Jake, that was driving the car when he pulled up to his neighbor, who he thought was his friend before the world collapsed, he had no pity upon him, He was like, why are you here? What do y'all need? All of that buddy friendship went out the window because that's all false, That's all only going on because everybody is in a state of mirth and, security. But when that's gone, it's a completely different spirit that comes upon these people. They turn back into who they truly are. They turn into wild animals. So I'm going to start this lesson off with 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14. And it reads, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Just like you saw in that clip, A sword can be a weapon, of any sort that can kill somebody, A gun, a slingshot, a nuke, anything that can kill somebody. And this is verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So, these cities are going to be a hot zone, It's going to be all kind of crazy things happening in these cities. You're not even going to want to go to these cities because it's going to be so much hell going on and so much judgment happening in these cities because there's so much people there, And there's not a lot of places to hide, Everybody's just going to be out on the streets, just bugging out, killing each other. Now it reads in verse 19, A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. What did we see in that clip at the beginning of the video? No pity. He upped the shotgun. And that's a depiction of what's really going to be happening. But in real life, 9 times out of 10, he's pulling that trigger. So I'm going to reread 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. What was that Jake saying, so-called black man, what was he saying? When, he was telling him to leave his property. He said, I'm not leaving until I get what I need. If they would have, had a shoot off and he would have killed the owner of that home, they would have went in there and spoiled those goods, And, lack of bread, that could mean a lot of things, not just actual food. you know, lack of this word, because nobody's going to have this word but the, 144,000 elect and the 1/3. And, lack of medicine, care products, things that you really need that help you survive, those things are going to be lacking. And I'm going to also grab Matthew. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So, because of all of this iniquity that's abounding right now in this world, it's getting more and more evil. Once the Lord cut that power off, once the Lord let shit hit the fan, it's going to be a cold world out here because everybody is already, wild animals and demons out here. So once they get the chance to really show their true colors, the whole world is going to be, in shambles. This is shall wax cold. To breathe, blow, cool by blowing. To be made or grow cold, cool or cold. Metaph, of waning love. So, the love of this world is going to wane completely out. It's waning already. It's pretty much already, all the way dark like the moon, like it's already pretty much there, but once the Lord removes this grace period, it's basically gonna be a new moon out here. There's gonna be no love. The love is completely gonna be cold, and I'm gonna just grab 13 right quick. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. The only ones that's going to endure is the 144,000 along with the 1/3. So, don't get that mistaken, because not everybody can just, endure and you feel like you're going to be saved. You could endure and be, reserved for the nuclear fire. That could be what you reserved for. But if you're not at that number, Lord willing, we be at that number, those sincere brothers out there. But if you're not, you getting reserved for that fire. Now this is Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one household, and one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. So, the Lord is coming to bring all kinds of division. If the Lord is coming to divide families, and they're going to be divided because it's written, how much more random people out in the world, or neighbors? They're not even family, they don't have that bond that family has. So how much more do you think neighbors? It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world out here. It's going to be everybody for themselves. It's not going to be a such thing as a friend in that day, or a ride or die in that day. The only ride or dies that's going to be out here is, the Akim that's in this truth, the brothers that, might be together in this thing, going through Jacob's trouble. Those are the only ones that you going to be able to depend on. But these people of this world, they're going to turn. They're going to switch up and show their true colors, It's not going to be no such thing as trust in that day. This world already lacks that completely. But, in Jacob's trouble is going to shine forth. And this is Isaiah 24:7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry hearted do sigh. So this new wine that's mourning is the wine that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is about to bring to this world. You know, this wine of Jacob's trouble specifically, that's what I'm talking about right now. You know, the wine that the world is sipping on right now is the wine of Babylon the Great. You know, all of these false, you know, senses of security and mirth, you know, this happiness and, you know, all of these folly days, all of this stuff that Babylon the Great provides to blind the world, that's their wine. That's the wine of Babylon, and that's what everybody is sipping right now. But the new wine Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is about to bring is a wine of mourning. It's a wine of languishing, you know, and it's going to cause all of the merry-hearted to sigh. And in verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceases. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. So there's not going to be any pleasure in this day, in these days, you know. You're not going to be hearing people playing music. There's not going to be any pleasure in these days because these are judgment days, you know. All of this stuff that is of this world is going to be wiped clean in that day. And it's going to be straight boots on the ground, you know. The strongest survive, you know. And the only people that's strong enough to survive, once again, is the 144,000 elect and the 1/3. Because it was written that way. Nobody else is strong enough to survive this thing. Now this is verse 9. Verse 9, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So Babylon is just about to be completely destroyed, you know? The mirth is going to be gone, you know, the joy is going to be darkened. People go be crying for the old way, the old world. The world that we're in right now, they're going to be crying for it. You know, they're going to be begging for the government to, you know, get it in order so that they can come back to this life. But it's gone forever, you know. The gate is going to be smitten with destruction. There's not going to be anywhere in Babylon that you can go to where it's not, you know, destroyed in some way. And, you know, it's never going to be the same because this place is going down a hill right now. It's like a boulder rolling down a hill. There's no stopping it. It's going to roll all the way down until it hits, you know, the bottom ground. And in this case, the bottom ground is a ground full of lava, you know. It's going to go straight into that lava and perish. And I'm going to also grab 2nd Esdras 9 right quick. I'm going to grab 2nd Esdras. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 15. And it reads, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. So, you know, a lot of people is about to perish in this day. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not playing games. He's about to come and wipe this place clean, you know. He's about to wipe Babylon's nose, you know, and all of the inhabitants thereof. I have said before, and now do speak. I will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which shall perish, than of them which shall be saved. Like a wave is greater than a drop. A drop is nothing to a wave. The wave is the people that's going to perish. And the people that's going to be saved is like a drop of water. So, you know, there's no games involved in this, you know. This is the real deal. And there's not going to be any love in these days. So The only love that you can depend on is the love of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That's why it's important to repent and to, give diligence and be sincere so that you can be saved. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakradash. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and righteousness and in sincerity. And third of all, I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect. That's out on the highways and byways teaching and preaching this word in righteousness and in sincerity. And with that, Shalom.